Right, hello, everyone, it's silverkyle, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Death Note all-in-one edition, which seems to be the only way that you can collect this entire series here in Canada at the moment anyway. I got into Death Note a few years ago, starting with the anime. I watched about half of it. I said, okay, I'm sold, but I want to read it first before I actually finish the anime, because I always feel that when I read something, I appreciate it more than when I watch a TV show or a movie or something like that, and then I go to the actual source material. But anyway, so I picked up the first few volumes a few years ago. Also, just saying, that's really cool. I like that a lot. Splitting him in half like that. So I read the first few volumes, and back then everything was in stock for different formats to read Death Note. I read the first three volumes, then volume 4 went out of stock, and I said, okay, I'll just wait for it to come back in stock. Never did. I ended up getting the black edition a few months ago. I don't know why I did this. It was there, and I said, okay, I'll pick it up. And I think volumes 3 and 4 or something like that were out of stock, but I looked online and on eBay, and it wasn't that expensive to pick it up. So I said, okay, well, I'll just get everything that's in stock right now. And then now everything's out of stock, and I just don't feel like paying, I don't know, $150 maybe for the other 3 volumes that would include, would encompass the rest of the black editions after volume 1. And while this isn't probably the best way to read Death Note, because it's all together, there is some kind of novelty to this, like collector's piece, I would say, more so. I don't think that once I'm done it, I'm hoping that I will be able to pick it up in some kind of other format, preferably larger. Even, black editions would be fine, or if they make something bigger than that, hardcover Death Note would be freaking awesome. But anyway, I just want to read the story. And I thought that this is kind of like a nice little collector's piece. So we're going to take the plastic off. Whoops, let's go the other way and not stab ourselves. There we go. Feels nice. And now we can take probably a closer look at the actual art on the box itself. So it does pop a little more. Really like that red. You can even see it shining there. That's really, really nice. I love the art from this. So yeah, I've never read the full Death Note story or seen the anime. Seen about half, read the first 3 volumes. That's as far as I've gotten so far. I think the top is, yeah, just that nice silver. This thing's huge. It's so thick. Wow. That's insane. It's just chunky. Wow. That's wild. I don't even know how to go about this. I don't know if I should open it up from the sides and kind of just like I would an omnibus. I figure that this is probably the best route to go. I don't know. I'm so nervous right now. Just kind of have it getting used to being opened. There's a crazy eye on this. I did not expect that. Wow. We'll take a look at that. So we'll start from the beginning. I can't even open this that much. Let's put it closer to the middle. Might have to pick it up. We have the contents. So all the different chapters. I'm used to reading right to left, but the reading like this with the contents, that for some reason just messed me up right now. The paper quality is thin, not extreme, not overly glossy, but the colors do pop, so I kind of like that. Because that it's so thin, I don't know if you can see that, but you can kind of see on the other, what's on the other side of the page. Like you can kind of see the black there. I'm wondering if there's other areas where you can kind of see it a little bit more. Yeah, anytime there's a lot of white, you can kind of see what's in the background. Whoops. All right. we're doing this without the white backdrop. That's fine. And now we'll just kind of go a little bit further. So, I mean, you're going to have to hold this open the entire time, right? Like you're going to have to be probably holding it like this. This is by no means the greatest. I'm really not happy with this kind of. I mean, yeah, it's just really awkward. Maybe if I was sitting down, this would be a little bit different. And having it on my lap. I can still read all the word bubbles, but there is gutter loss, obviously. But the book is massive. But I'm going to show you the actual eye, and it's surprising. Now, what's going to be interesting to see is if there's going to be creases on the spine. It starts to open up a little bit nicer in the middle. I don't want to go too far in it, so that's about as far as I'm going to go on that one side. And then what I'll do is just quickly show you what the spine looks like as it's laying flat. So there you have it, though. That's without looking at the spine. Okay, so no, there's no creases yet. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. You can see that there is a bit of a shape there. It's not just fully straight, so it's already ready to kind of start opening up, which probably does help with that eye. Like that's insane. But I'm gonna actually place it here, and we're gonna go oops, around here-ish, and I'll show you what the eye looks like. All right, we'll be right back. So that's where I was, and now we're just gonna take a closer look at, like, that's not really what I expected from this book. They did a pretty good job with that. I really didn't expect that. So it does make it a little bit easier, but I mean, when you have this much on one side, you definitely have to keep it open. It is relatively tight, but it's for what it is. It's a novelty collector's piece. That's the way that I look at it. Not the greatest way to read this story, but at this point in time, it's the only option that I have without really going and paying some ridiculous prices. Like I said, I paid $50 for this, and I think it retails for, I think it was $65. Let's just quickly take a look at that right now. 45 pounds, I guess, in the UK, $65.99 in Canada, and $49.99 in the US. And I paid the US price, essentially. I paid $50 Canadian for this book. So there you have it. That is Death Note all in one edition. Thank you all for watching. You have been bearded in. Beardage!